On this problem, you're supposed to use the fundamental identities to simplify that mess right there. But I'm going to start with the even odd identities because they've got, let me grab a highlighter here. Okay, so we've got the sine of a negative x, and sine of negative theta is the same thing as negative sine of theta. So negative sine of x, and then since it's right next to cosine, that does mean to multiply. And let's see, cosine of negative x, here's cosine of negative theta. That's the same thing as cosine of theta, which in this case would be cosine of x. So that's this one. And then times, so there's a multiplication again, they're right next to each other. Okay, and then we've got secant of negative x. Secant of negative theta would be secant of theta. Need another color. There we go. So secant of theta. And then, not theta, x, sorry. I hate when they switch things up like that. Can't you just always use theta? And then you're supposed to simplify this so that it is all in terms of sine and or cosine. I got that secant right there, and so I have to now remember that secant is the reciprocal, or the reciprocal of secant is 1 over the cosine of x. And then of course you still have negative sine of x times, whoops, the cosine of x times, and just from basic fraction stuff, it's like this is over 1 and this is over 1, and then you can cross cancel these two out. And so all you're left with is a negative times a positive, which is a negative, and it's just the sine of x, because the sine of x times 1 is 1 times negative sine of x is negative sine of x, over 1 times 1 times 1 is over 1, but I really don't need an over 1, so it's just negative sine of x. And I've already done it and got a green box, so that's how it's done.